Thank you. I'd like to just get on to Mr. Fletcher. Another question on the in an interview with the Los Angeles Times on April 21st, you said that you told the Associated Press that the American government has created weather tampering techniques so that the New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans and to control the rest. Would you explain what you were trying to say?
Well, what I was trying to say is exactly what I said. There is weather control techniques. We have a complete package on that, which I did not bring, but I certainly will see to it that it is brought in for the record. Number one, the entire patents on the equipment. Number two, Senator Claiborne Pell's complete statement and story of his own that not only does it exist, but that we even utilize it as far back as the Vietnam War. You might want to touch base with Senator Pell.
I just want to repeat before I turn to
so yes, but we do have all that information.
You're saying the government has created weather tampering techniques so that the, quote, New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans.
Worldwide.
Millions of Americans, and to control the rest.
Yes, sir, and that's my belief. As bizarre as that sounds, if somebody had told me that equipment even existed 10 years ago, I would have thought they were nuts, sir. And at this point in time, we have all the documents to prove it. And if you think that 85 tornadoes takes place in the middle of our growing area by simultaneous accident, I'm sorry. With the equipment that's already set up internationally, and as bizarre as that is, it is proven and documented. We will supply you with those documents. As bizarre as that is, I would say that weather wars, and this is quoting actually Senator Claiborne Pell himself, that they are the greatest weapon ever created in the world, and that's the senator's own statement. So yes, I do stand on that.
How did our ancestors get through a cold winter in Northern Europe, for example, where they fermented, when the harvest was over, they fermented everything they possibly could, from beer to wine to chutneys to relishes to cheese to everything, to get over a cold winter. And we're probably going to have to go back to that to some degree. So,
do you think they're going to turn the power off on purpose just to get rid of everybody's frozen supplies?
Of course.
Oh, you put me off my fresh fried lobster. You just ruined my day.
Don't worry. Here you go. They have a plan. This is from the World Economic Forum.
Oh, thank goodness. Ooh, yum.
Insects are becoming a trend, and the Western diet has to kind of shift and change. And most importantly, it's natural, it's normal, and it's the way we have to live the future. We're facing big global challenges. People don't believe that they can make a change, but you really, really can, because you making a change is the only change you can really make. When the times is by 9 billion people, it makes a fundamental difference to the way we live on this planet.
Well, if it's our planet, we could choose to have the WEF members go ahead and eat their own insects, but we're going to eat what we want to eat. And the way they're going with the population, they were talking 10 billion people by 2100. It's not going to be the case.
Every time we turn around, they're throwing something else at the populace. And a lot of this seems to be organized in nature. This time, we're hearing rumblings of this deadly bird flu virus spreading. And it seems to come right as the attention on Ukraine is fading. Timing being everything in this situation, and always, really. And Minnesota banning poultry sales and exhibitions for 31 days due to this H5N1 bird flu outbreak. This is the newest thing sweeping across the country. This, along with other things that are happening, it's causing a big-time headache. Now, we've seen issues with salmonella cause recalls on everything from real eggs to here recently, even the fake candy chocolate eggs for Easter. What a coincidence. All these things, all of a sudden, millions and millions of chickens from different farms affected by this across the country. So they're saying that they're killing a lot of them or putting them down en masse to try to check the situation, but this is affecting the markets big time. in terms of the chicken itself and eggs. There's just no other way around it. So you add this to supply chain issues, prices going through the roof, shelves already being wiped out. It's just going to make things worse. And it seems like someone is ushering everything in this direction. We have a disaster in the making unfolding in America. Out west, we're seeing with the water a huge consequence here of letting leadership fail its people. Gavin Newsom and the minions he bows down to, they have now engineered this water and energy crisis to the fullest, to where it's going to catch up with people by the end of 2022 that are not paying attention en masse. If you've lived in California, you know that they've already had water restrictions in many different areas, and you should know that there have been rolling blackouts, especially throughout the summer. So I expect to see more going into this summer. Now, that's just California. We have other states that are dealing with this en masse as well. New Mexico, Arizona. In Arizona, stating that the drinking water may be cut off as Lake Powell continues to dry up. This is the latest alert coming out of a different state. So we talked about Lake Mead. If that runs dry and the dam at Hoover Dam or anything like that cannot operate, it can't make power. So people are going to be without power, then they're going to be without water, both hand in hand, as this is heading our way. Now, they go on here to show some of these examples of the drought in the past couple of years. I want to show this one. Without reviewing the replies, right here. It's 2018, 2019, 2020, it bounced back a little bit. 2021, it receded. And look at 2022, where we sit. Lake Powell has been decimated, if anyone cares, just like the Rio Grande and everything else that's been hit left and right. We do not see the powers that be using technology to save anything. They could be putting up desalination plants all through Southern California. They say just 9 plants put up in Southern California would fix this whole situation. You've seen what Israel has done over there with their desalination. Their arid desert regions they've brought to life, just like Abu Dhabi. They'll spend the money in these other places, but they're doing none of it with the U.S. because this is the designed downfall of this country, if you missed